Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday Word. There was a story about a man who hired a carpenter to help him restore an old farmhouse. He had just finished a rough first day on the job. A flat tire made him lose an hour of work, his electric saw quit, and now his ancient pickup truck refused to start. While the man drove him home, the carpenter sat in stony silence. On arriving, he invited the man in to meet his family. As they walked toward the front door, the carpenter paused briefly at a small tree, touching the tips of the branches with both hands. When opening the door, he underwent an amazing transformation. His tanned face wreathed in smiles, and he hugged his two small children and gave his wife a kiss. Afterward, he walked the man to the car. They passed the tree, and his curiosity got the better of him. He asked the carpenter about what he had seen him do earlier. "Oh, that's my trouble tree," the carpenter replied. "I know I can't help having troubles on the job, but one thing for sure, troubles don't belong in the house with my wife and children. So I just hang them on the tree every night when I come home. Then in the morning I pick them up again. Funny thing is," he smiled, "when I come out in the morning to pick them up, there aren't nearly as many as I remember hanging the night before." Wow, that's what I need, a trouble tree, a place to put all those things we worry about all day and night. I think I'm going to plant one right by my front door. Wouldn't that be great? We could go out to the tree and hang up all the things we're worried about, like kids, jobs, money, health, this pandemic, and all those things that drag us down during the day and keep us up at night. Wonder what it would be like to be worry-free. I definitely have to plant that tree. That will be great. But wait a minute. What does the Bible say about worry? Matthew chapter 6, verse 27 says, "Who among you by worrying can add a single moment to your life?" Well, that certainly makes sense. Worry does us absolutely no good. It won't bring in money, food, or clothing. Worry only has negative results. It distracts us from God, and it leads to more fear and anxiety. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34 from the Message says, "Give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard things come up when the time comes." Now, the New Living Translation of this says, "So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is really enough for today," right? And the different scenarios that we play out in our minds can't prevent a single thing from happening. And did you ever notice that most of the things we spend so much time worrying about never happen? I like this quote from Erma Bombeck. "Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but never gets you anywhere." I know all this is easy to say, but maybe the next time we begin to worry, let God be our trouble tree and turn our worries over to Him, because He is our rock and our refuge that gives us the strength we need to handle the stresses of this life. He also gives us the peace and grace to ease our minds of all things that cloud our thoughts. And in Matthew chapter 6, verse 28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? I think maybe we should try that. Have a worry-free week.